Up next, I have one of my dearest friends coming up, giving you guys his final, or this is the final speech, Benjamin Kapelke.
Hello, everybody. Pardon me if I get emotional. I don't know. I feel the tears coming already. All right. Hello, everybody. I come from a family with no religion. And while I generally agree with my dad's atheist views on the world, I have found that not having a spiritual framework makes it all the more difficult to grapple with the idea of a purpose. If there is no God and no heaven, why do I do anything? What am I working towards? Why stay up late cramming for an early morning Miss McCoy exam when I could just sleep or play Roblox? After all, according to my belief system, I'm not much more than a really smart monkey whose job it is to crank out some quality offspring and keep the bloodline going. So why should I do anything? For a big chunk of my time in high school, I lived by this ideology. My mind was set on the idea that my purpose of life was to chase happiness. And so I put aside working towards long-term goals in favor of constant comfort. I never turned down an invitation to hang out with my friends. And when I got home, I would half-ass my homework assignments so I could cap off my evening scrolling Instagram Reels until my brain shut off. And it was fun to live like this. At least, at first it was. But as the days flipped by, every little fun thing I was doing, every trip to Taco Bell or game of Clash Royale, felt a little less special and made me a little less happy. In the few moments I would spend alone with my thoughts before going to bed, I felt empty. Despite my life being so stress-free, or maybe because of it, I could hardly differentiate one bland day from the others. It was sad, and I was sad. One of my favorite books is one that Mr. Long pulled off of his shelf to recommend to me a couple of weeks after I first met him. It's called The Prophet. In it, there's a chapter that talks about joy and sorrow. The book says that the two feelings are inseparable. The deeper that sorrow carves into your being, the more joy you can contain. I think this mantra helps explain a lot of my experiences at ASTI. When I got the worst grade in the class on a Mr. Higashi test, the pain of my failure made eventually getting an A in the class into one of the best memories of my year. And in the lunch line, when CJ the lunch lady would tell me that she was out of my favorite lunch, the juicy hot dog, my body filled up with a dangerous mix of rage and despair. But that's what made those hot dogs so great. I had to fight to get to the front of the line to claim them. So, my fellow ASTI Phoenixes, the moral of the story is this. Life is not about playing it safe. It's about going after what you want, even when it's tough, even when it feels impossible. We can all probably relax for the rest of our lives and turn out fine and die comfortably. We can watch 1 million YouTube shorts and play 1 million hours of Cookie Run Kingdom or Valorant. Anybody could. But if you live like this, what do you have to be proud of? The hot dog tastes so good because you struggle for it, because you deserve it. Live, beautiful ASTI Rising Phoenixes. Live your lives. Take the risks, make the mistakes, and when you break through, that's where the real happiness lies. That, ASTians, that struggle and that subsequent joy, that is the purpose of life. And I know you all can do it, because we have spent the last 4 years at the greatest school on the planet Earth. We are ASTI, second to none, and we own the finish line! Woo! Thank you.